maybe nudists wear summer attire in the winter.
Hi again.
Again?
Oh, I've already recorded this video once and there was no audio. I
Every
don't
now
know.
and then, we record in OBS, Open Broadcast Software, or something like that. Anyway, it's a video audio recording thing, and sometimes it loses track of our microphone, and we'll check it next time we record. We're going to check it. We'll check it the time after that, and the time
And
after
we'll
that,
check it for
and
a
then we're going
while.
to forget, and then eventually it isn't working, and then we just got to reconnect it. It's all.
Yep.
And like it's a digital connection. Somewhere in there it loses its mind. My wife does it every now and then too. Everything's going along fine, and then suddenly, for no apparent reason, she loses her mind, and I have a bad day, and then it gets better for a few days, and then all of a sudden, here we go again, just like this microphone.
All right. Today I'm going to be doing my what sold video for last week, Monday through Thursday, which would be November 4th through the 7th. And my sales were okay. I had one down day, 2 average days, and 1 really good day. But since then, my sales have been getting better and better and better. So I think maybe people are starting to get into the mindset of starting to get their Christmas shopping going. Because this morning I was doing all the shipping, and by the time I got finished with the last package, I already had 7 orders again, which was really nice. So I went ahead and went and pulled them and got them shipped also, because, you know, this is the time of year you want to not trust the postal system to get everything going the way it should be going. So the sooner you get your stuff processing through the system, because y'all, I have a return right now. It has been on its way back to me for 6 days, and it's been from Georgia to Knoxville to Kingsport, which is an hour away from me, back to Georgia, back to Knoxville, and so hopefully I'm going to be getting it back. Well, we could wish that they would lose it, but at least let me get it back.
Then we'll get the money, right? We'll get a refund from the post office.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come back.
But yeah, I want to get this return closed out.
Because it's not fair to the buyer. They've shipped it back. They deserve to have their money back.
Yeah.
Not waiting for this package to randomly travel around the United States.
Balancing. All right, though, before I get started on what's sold, I don't do this very often, but first I wanted to thank Nonprofit Lady for the Buy Me a Coffee that I received this week. I so appreciate it.
She sent you a Buy Me a Coffee and bonus Buy Me a Coffee.
Yeah.
Buys me a coffee, buy me a coffees.
Coffees, yes. So I really appreciate when, you guys appreciate the effort that we put into these videos. Also, down in the videos descriptions, we have lots of links to different platforms that you can be shopping on, especially now that it's Christmas season. If you're going to be doing any Christmas shopping, especially at Walmart, we have a link to Mavely, which Mavely is our link to Walmart and to Best Buy. If you're shopping on eBay, and then the other big platform.
They won't let us mention their name in these.
No, but they're all links down there. If you do any shopping, if you go through that link for the next 24 hours, I get a small percentage of the things that you're buying at no extra cost to you. So we really appreciate all the support that you guys give us. Let me go ahead and show you some of the things. Oh, wait, I'm back in a splint. This is a temporary one. I'm going to be getting another one.
Y'all should see the knot on the side of my head.
Knot. Yeah, this is from the fall that I had last summer. For some reason, it just is not, it's just not healing right. And there's just some inflammation, there's some swelling, and they just haven't quite figured out. They keep doing x-rays, so finally they've agreed to do an MRI. Hopefully I'm going to have an answer to this, maybe by the beginning of next year, to figure out what's wrong with my hand. But yeah, you guys are going to be seeing this for weeks and weeks and weeks to come. But all right, let's get to this. Are you just going to sit here?
I might. I might just sit here and enjoy this whole daggum thing.
All right, go for it. Go for it. You can be my sidekick, even in my what solds. All right, first thing, I have 2 solds for Mercari and 1 for Posh, y'all. I can't get any momentum. I can't. I have, my friend Beth has been sending me messages for the last few mornings saying, I'm cross-listing. And so I respond, I'll cross-list and then I'll respond, peer pressure accomplished. And so I'm hoping maybe if I start cross-listing a little bit more regularly, I'll see some more sales. So
You cross-listed regularly for a while and the sales didn't pick up, and they should pick up.
They should. They should. I mean, I have thousands of items on these platforms, so I should be seeing more than, one or 2 a week. So it's just, I don't know. I'm hoping Mercari's going to get stuff figured out and maybe, they'll become a platform where people actually want to shop. I don't know. And I have no clue what's up with Poshmark. But on Mercari, I sold this Oshkosh Bagosh men's plaid shirt for $14. And then, again, the Levi's, y'all, I have sent messages to eBay trying to see if I can get somebody from the eBay International Shipping Program to contact me about the Levi's issue as far as Veros and the European Union. But so far, no response. But hopefully I'll get an answer. I've tried calling concierge about it, and they would not tell me, that I would not get a Vero for something like this, and I could not figure out a way. I went with them step by step on how to block certain countries, and it didn't work. It was still showing available to those countries.
Through the international program.
Yeah, through the international shipping program. So, I don't know. Until then, I'm not willing to risk listing any Levi's on eBay because I have over 100 and I don't want 100 Veros. So, but luckily, I sold a Levi's 501 pair of jeans for $24 on Mercari.
We had to buy new cloth for our photo board here. We've been using some sort of marine utility cloth or something like that. It's white and it's kind of like felt almost. And when we went there to buy some recently, Janai and I went, and we couldn't find that exact stuff. So we bought Blizzard fleece.
Blizzard fleece at Joann's Fabrics.
At Joann's Fabrics. And it seems to be working pretty well. I'm not sure how well it's going to hold up, but it's doing a really good job of sticking, almost better than the marine utility cloth stuff. So if you're going to build one, or something with that, and you want that whitish background, and you're going to put it on a board like that, and you can't find the utility cloth, try the Blizzard fleece. I mean, any sort of white fleece, or if you prefer gray, you could pick some sort of gray. But that's what they had. We like the whitish background, and it worked well.
Yep. All right, eBay. No, Poshmark. Sold these pair of Spider active women's leggings for $20. Now eBay. I don't do free shipping, so when you see that I sold something like this one for $10, the buyer has paid shipping. I don't ever do free shipping on any of the platforms.
But she only ever remembers to say this when she's on eBay.
I know. I don't start the videos this way, just eBay. This is Harmony Kingdom Potbelly Fireman. I actually picked this up at an estate sale that our friends Christina and Scott, the Trading Post Pickers, had. I want to say I paid 10 cents or 50 cents or something like that for it on their last day of the estate sale, and it sold for $10. 7-Up Uncola Upside Down Glass. Y'all, took forever. Not something that I would pick up again. It finally sold for $8.05. I'm going to see lots of bread and butter stuff. All right, this is one of those examples of a plush that I sold. White bear, had no tags. My Google Lens did not give me any other information on who might the manufacturer be, so I just filled it up with keywords. Pastel, plush, blocks, toys, nylon, bunny slippers, and it took less than a month to sell for $35.95. Fisher Price Winnie the Pooh plush. This one sold for $17.95. A lot of the Winnie the Pooh stuff I sell don't sell for that amount. I think it's about quality. Fisher Price and Gund, Winnie the Pooh products tend to sell for a little bit more for me rather than like Nanco or Kelly Toy or any of those other brands. It's still Winnie the Pooh is something I'm going to always pick up because I just like them. But again, this one sold $17.95 in about 3 months. Next item is this Aurora black and white horse from 2018, $10.95. Anytime we go to an estate sale that has like an office area, you know, they'll have calculators and old, you know, office supplies and stuff. I always go and look for the vintage pencils. I've sold several different types, and one of the types that I sold, I want to say I was getting like $20 a dozen. These, I had the box, an original box, but I only had 3 dozen pencils, but actually one of them was missing 1 pencil. I probably only paid a couple of dollars for this, and it sold for $38.
It's about $1 per pencil.
Just about, yeah. Fisher Price Little People. This was some of the nativity pieces, and it sold for $17.95. All right, I like picking up the like the rattan woven trivets. A lot of times there are these elaborate designs, lots of different bold colors. I usually will make lots. This particular one was like a 12-inch square. I want to say I paid 50 cents or $1 for it, and it sold for $10. And this was, when I ship that, it's kind of like what I do with books. We take a flat, unopened box, slide it in, and then tape it, put it in a poly bag, and ship it like that. Very easy.
Depending on the size of the item, it goes in like an 864 box or a 1086 box, and it fits in there pretty well.
Yep. All right, this was a women's vintage knit sweater made in Hong Kong, 100% wool, and it sold for $35. Cabbage Patch Kids clothes. A lot of times, especially with the vintage ones, I list them individually. Some of them do really well, you know, 15, 20 bucks for an outfit. But sometimes they're like this. Bread and butter. This little jumpsuit with the rainbow stripes sold for $7.15. Mary Meyer. It's a brand I like picking up. It's kind of reminds me of like Dim Daco or Nat and Jules. Just nice quality. A lot of them are baby type nursery plush. This one sold for $13.45. Gund Brown Bear Plush 9-inch sold for $19.08. Clark Cloud Steppers Navy Sandals. We just picked these up recently at a church sale. It was $5. Fill a bag for the shoes and the clothes. I think we ended up getting about 4 bags of shoes, so about $20. And these sold for $26.95. Y'all, the thing with listing seasonal type clothes, I still list them. I don't wait till the summer to list summer stuff. When I get stuff, I just go ahead and list it because somebody could be going on vacation and looking for sandals. They're not going to find them in your typical stores because it's out of season. So where are they going to go? They're going to go to eBay. And I still sell shorts and sundresses and shoes all year long. Hasbro Play-Doh Barbie Shop. I think this was in a bulk lot of Barbie stuff, and I pulled these pieces out. They were from 1996, and they sold for $10. Merry Makers. Anytime I find plush with that brand, it usually coincides with a book. This one was How Do Dinosaurs Go to School? This was in a recent haul from one of the bins, and it sold for $17.95. Fisher Price musical tea set replacement cups and saucers. I had a lot of these listed individually, well, like a cup and a saucer or something like that. Just decided they were not selling. They had been listed a really long time. Ended them, put them all together in a lot, and they finally sold for $10. This was in a recent haul also. Right on the shirt it said like Bee World, but Google Lens told me it was a Bruder Bee World figure from Germany. Y'all, it sold almost instantly. So definitely one to be looking for, $8.96. Care Bears Laugh-A-Lot Orange Musical Plush from 2003, sold for $15. Avon Advent Calendars. This isn't the one to be looking for. This one was from 1995. It's actually missing a little Santa figure that was supposed to go in each of the pockets. Even missing the figure, it still sold for $26.95. This is one of those examples. I sold this one. I haven't sold any of these in a while. They've been listed for several years. The brand is Franciscan Discovery Interpace Indian Summer. Sold this one, and then right after this, I've sold 4 more of them to somebody. So, you know, it just kind of seems to happen sometimes. You finally sell one thing that hasn't been, you know, sold in a while when you have multiples of it, and then start selling some more of it. Maybe it's just I sold one and eBay's like, ooh, this is, let me push this out, and maybe, you know, then somebody else will see the rest of them and sell it. I don't know.
Or it's voodoo. You touched it and other ones like it are selling.
That happens too. That happens too. This was in a recent haul. This was a bins pickup, but they were still in like a Ziploc baggie. I love when I can find stuff in the bins that are still all together. It was a Lego Duplo set with Minnie Mouse, and it sold very quickly, $17.95. This is Hearth and Hand. Which one? Didn't we just have this conversation?
Oh, we did. I'm just going to let you struggle.
Hearth and Hand is the brand. It is a morning sunshine coffee cup. The letters are like embossed on it. Was I right or wrong?
Oh, you're good. Yeah. That's how I would say it, hearth. It's
To
like
me, it
hearth.
sounds like hearth.
It's like hearth with
and
an
hand.
H.
But earth, it's got earth in it.
It's
so
not.
hearth.
It's not H with an earth. It's heart with an H.
Okay. I'll still get it wrong the next time too.
I'm sure you will.
Sold for $17.95. Unipack. Not a brand I normally pick up. This was probably a Ben's pickup. It was cute. It's a rabbit. I tend to pick up a lot of the, you know, more elaborate rabbits anyway. And it still took over a year to sell. Sold for $20. I keep meaning to get my next brand video together. It's going to be on plush from Old Navy, Gap, Gymboree, and I think I'm going to throw this one in there too, The Children's Place. Totally forgot about this store. I remember shopping in there when we would go to the outlets in Gatlinburg. But this was just a cute little dog plush with a sweater, and it sold for $9. There's only a few high dollar things to be looking for in those brands, but you know, it's still, well, they sell very quickly, usually for me. First in Maine, Sorbet Bear. Just say no to bears. This took forever to sell, $8.05. Y'all, as soon as I list these, they sell. As soon. This is IKEA Vandring Hair Plush, and it sold for $17.95. Another viewer sale, so thank you again, Sherry. Sherry purchased 4 plush from me. She bought the Great Wolf Lodge Violet Build-A-Bear, a Maine Joy White Christmas Musical Bear, a Giggle Bunny, and a Kelly Toy Monkey Rattle. She spent $57.60, so thanks again, Sherry.
I wonder if I should do a thing in these. You know, like when baseball players go up to bat, they have like their intro song, right? So if somebody buys something from me, maybe they could send me an intro song and I'll play a clip for them whenever you do their item here in the What Sold video.
Yeah, maybe we should come up with at least a jingle. Just do a jingle of some kind when it's a viewer sale.
Or we could do the intro song.
All right, good stuff. I don't buy this brand very often, except when it's usually just specific characters or sports. Just not the greatest quality. It's kind of like the older Nanco's Toy Factory, that type of stuff. But I will pick it up. This one actually sold in about a month, and it was a Boston Red Sox bear, $8.96. Jellycat. Y'all, Jellycat, most of them are going to be bread and butter. This was a green dinosaur. Very cute, very soft. Sold for $9.33, and it took almost a year. Summer attire.
You
Sold.
look speechless there for a minute.
Yes, speechless. This was purchased the first year that we started sourcing for clothes. Not a great pickup. But, you know, I've done the work. I've spent the money. I'm pretty much going to leave this stuff listed. We just keep sending out larger offers to try to get the older stuff moving. Still sold for $7.48.
Maybe nudists wear summer attire in the winter.
Right, and then Faded Glory, y'all. Don't poo-poo Faded Glory, especially when it's carpenter jeans. Basically, many of the brands, as long as they're carpenter jeans, sell well for us. These sold for $22.21 in probably less than a month.
We don't normally pick up Levi's signature series jeans because the prices on them, the sell-through rate's not great. I can't remember what it was, but you know, there are things that are worse. I picked up something the other day as a women's pair of jeans, Bobby Brooks, I think. They're I want to say 30 or 40 listed for everyone that's sold in the last 90 days. The signature jeans aren't that bad, but they're, you know, just not something we want to pick up because the price tends to be more in the, let's say $9 or $10 range. But I picked up a pair of carpenter jeans. I was at a thrift store the other day, maybe, or I can't remember where. Anyway, their price was in the low 20s, and these were, the tags were torn, but they were new with tags. So we'll list them as used, but appear to be unused kind of thing. We're definitely worth picking up.
Yep, carpenter jeans. Another good stuff. Isn't that odd? This is Marvel Deadpool. Picked it up because of the character. I think it could be like a Christmas ornament. And it sold for $8.05. All right, funny thing about this is these have been listed for a really long time. I picked them up at an estate sale, paid $0.25 each for them. I ended up making a lot of 3, a lot of 4, a lot of 3, and a lot of 2. These are Little Tykes Dollhouse stable fences, and sold this set of 3, and then the next day the same buyer bought the set of 2. So this set of 3 sold for $11.93.
So my nerd brain wants to know, you had a lot of 4, 3, and 2. Were there differences in them?
No, I just decided I didn't want to make a huge lot of all of them.
You could have done a lot of 3 and done quantity of 3 and been done with one listing.
I wanted to see at that time which would sell, which none of them sold quickly, so it was...
Maybe it was a lot of 3, would have done a lot better, see?
Maybe.
You'd had 3 of them, it would have been like triple the luck.
All right, and this is another example of a change I made. I had the little round plush and the lovey that's tied up in a ribbon listed forever. Finally found another different lovey with the knotted corners. Decided to, in the listing, add this one to it, and it sold in like a week for $15. So, you know, I talk about that a lot. I'll find something that I want to add to another listing, trying to, you know, make it a better listing, and a lot of times it does pay off for me. Not Your Daughter's Jeans, listed forever, and they finally sold for $13.21. I think its down is that it's a small size. Wild Republic Snow Leopard Cat Plush, and it had writing on the back of the little wooden medallion, sold for $8.96. This is a brand I think really to be looking out for, especially in larger sizes. This is Susan Graver. We went to a church sale recently where it was fill a bag. Do you remember how much it was that I bought all of these women's clothes new with tag? That one way on the other side of town. $5 a bag?
I think so.
I think they were $5 a bag. I ended up several of these Susan Graver. Some of them were dresses. And this one sold in probably less than a month for $20. But I think I've already sold a couple of the other pieces also. All right. Funny. This is from my high bid estate sale that we won over 3 years ago. Bought lots of advertising plush online auction. And I still almost a couple of times a week still am selling stuff from that. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. This marathon bear plush sold for $8.16. Picked this up at our friend Tim and Jerry's yard sale before they moved away. They are the Tea and Pickers. I love an Esco. This was just cute little 2-inch mice still sitting on their cardboard bottom. And they sold for $17.95. All right, this person bought 2 items. It was an orange musical Christmas bear from MTY International and a My Little Pony jigsaw puzzle, and they paid $40 for the 2 items. Raising Cane's. We pick a lot of Raising Cane's up in St. Louis. Right across the street from one of the bins is a Raising Cane's. They must donate a lot to the bins. I picked up 2 of these, and it sold very, very quickly, probably within a couple of days of listing. The first one sold for $9.86. Hallmark Itty Bitties. Right after I sold this, I found another Star Wars Itty Bitty, so I'm just going to start a new lot. I have 2 in that new lot, but, you know, I like finding the Itty Bitties and the Zoom Zooms. This set of 5 sold for $22.45. Vintage My Little Pony Little Purple Hat sold for $9.86. All right, here's an example. There's tons of these listed. I thought it was adorable. It is American Girl Bitty Baby. It was one of the pets. But there's tons listed and very few solds. So I just kind of picked a price towards the end of the bottom of the comps. And y'all, this is one of those times you get an offer, just take it. It is not worth waiting for a couple of more dollars. It's not, because there were so many of them listed. I need to do better with checking some of this stuff. Sometimes I just buy it because it's cute. And it was purple. But, you know, you also have to know when you're getting ready to list it. Understand, if there's a ton listed, you need to be really quick with trying to take any offer.
It's like I was talking earlier with the jeans. Those Bobby Brooks, like I say, there was 30 or 40 listed for every one that had sold in the past 90 days in the eBay app. And you look at some others like Levi's, it depends on whether it's a 560, a 515, a 505 as to how well they sell. But some of those are like 3 to 1, 3 listed for every 1 sold. So those are going to sell much quicker than when you've got 30 or 40 times out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it goes for everything. Everything. You need to be aware of how many are listed and how many have sold in the last 90 days. And Terapeak tells you that. All you have to do is go on there.
There's a formula for calculating sell-through rate. It's something like the number listed plus the number sold divided by the square root of negative pi. It's something. There's a formula, right? But for me in my brain, it's much faster for me than calculating that, is to take the number listed, divide by the number sold, and come up with some sort of ratio. 2 to 1, 2.5 to 1, 7 to 1. It's much quicker than doing all the adding and dividing and that sort of thing. It gets you the same type of information, just a little more simply.
Yep. And mine sold quickly because I was willing to just make it gone. Shurik ceramic vase. It had only a code on the bottom, but Google Lens was very good about telling me exactly what it was, and then I could confirm, you know, in pictures that what I had was the exact same thing. This sold very quickly for $24.25. I love Google Lens. All right, I bought a bunch of copper stuff from my favorite little estate sale company, many years ago. Sold most of it, but still had this hanging around. It was a really good find. Some of the things sold very well for me, but these are just little 6-inch like gelatin mold type things, and they finally sold $13.83. Here's the other set of the dollhouse fence pieces. Same person, $9.41. Christmas ornaments. A lot of times at estate sales, especially on half price day, I can get these for like $0.25 each. Sometimes even better than that, 3 for 50 cents or whatever. So a lot of times I'll pick up any vintage Christmas stuff, especially if it's still in its original packing. This one sold for $7.05. Black Cat votive candle holder after Halloween, and it sold for $14. Paw Patrol walkie-talkie replacements sold for $10.49. America We Go, which is also Fiesta, 14-inch plush from 1991. Took forever. Just say no to regular plain bears, $18.85. Russ Little Pink Cat plush, 6 inches from 1974. Just loved it. And it sold for $11.66. Now let me tell you a story about this. I'm going to show you the feedback that I received on this. This is why I love selling plush, because there's all of these stories out there, reasons why mamas are looking for a specific plush. So a lot of times, I still pick up, some of the, Animal Adventure, Kelly toys, dandies, because you never know when you're going to end up selling something like this lion for $8.96, and you get this feedback. It says, thank you for a great price and fast delivery. This was exactly the specific plush I have been looking for over a decade. Lily went everywhere, or maybe it's Lili since it's a lion, went everywhere with my son, who was sick and often in and out of hospitals. He was lost when my son was little. We used to say that Lily was on an adventure. My son is a young adult now and still remembers all of that. This one is new, in much better shape, with his mane still in good shape. And they sent me a picture of Lily. Oh, chicken skin. Love it. And then my best sell of the 4-day week.
Before that, we gotta go to a commercial break here. I'm flipping through a little bit of Facebook, and I see a sausage gravy and biscuit pie. That just sounds glorious.
Stop it. Finish the video. All right, last thing that sold, not a plush, is this Navica Survival Ski Snowboard Jacket. Pretty sure this was a Ben's pickup. So a couple of pounds, so probably $3, $4, $5. And it sold for $85. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this and that your sales are starting to pick up. Also, fingers crossed, y'all. Let's get a good fourth quarter going. Finish it out with a bang.
Well, whole lots of sales to make up for the month and a half that they've been kind of slow.
It's been pitiful.
But we've had a good year. When you look at this year compared to last year, our gross is up on eBay by a chunk, and our net is up by a chunk. So it's been a really good year all year long. So fourth quarter isn't the big boost that it used to be. We're still going to have a pretty good year.
Yep. All right, y'all. Get to work. Bye.